you work, you know this is true. We are all doing more with less. We see it in the productivity numbers, the unemployment figures, the jobless recovery, as it were. The American worker stretched thinner than ever. And what's being done to ease some of this workplace stress? From the lowest corporate ranks to the highest executive echelons, action has been taken and is being taken. From encouraging employee meditation to hiring coaches for top executive bosses, all in the name of maintaining sanity. Tonight, we begin with Arjuna Martlin. He's a successful day trader from Chicago who is an ardent practitioner of transcendental meditation. Gary Kaplan, director of clinical neurophysiology at the North Shore University Hospital in New York. He started practicing transcendental meditation in the 70s and has studied the effects of TM on hypertension and hardening of the arteries. He says it works for both ailments. And then Phil Roosevelt, assistant managing editor of Barron's Magazine, where the story on stress and meditation appears this weekend. Of course, Becky Quick. And I will start with you, Arjuna, as the trader in the room. Tell us both how you meditate and how the meditation you think makes you better at what you do.
Well, I practice transcendental meditation twice a day. And I would say the #1 benefit of TM is really just peace of mind. With the volatility of the markets and you know, the intensity of the profession, it's just nice to have that deep rest both morning and afternoon. And secondly, I think the main benefit is just allowing, as a trader, to have a more focused and clear mind. And that in that way, you're better able to assess and take advantage of the opportunities in the market. So it's very good for focus.
Phil, you know, when we heard that this was going to be in Barron's, we realized this must be a trend that's taking place because Barron's very infrequently writes about this stuff. What's going on out there? What's happening?
Well, you're right. People are stressed out. They're stressed out about a lot of things. And I mean, one sign of that, something like 100 million Americans have trouble falling asleep at night. And when we looked at that, we were wondering, what are people doing to try to feel better, to sort of get more focused on the things that count in their lives? We found a Harvard Medical School study that showed that about 20% of Americans have turned to what are known as mind-body therapies generally, which could be yoga, meditation, visualization, hypnosis, things like that. And meditation right now heads the list of all of them. It's even more popular than yoga, which has, you know, swept all the health clubs and all the spas. But people are meditating and you don't see it because they do it privately. So it's not as sort of out there as other trends. But our writer, Robin Blumenthal, found that, that it seemed especially suited to traders. And that's why we got interested.
Understood. I want to get to you, Dr. Kaplan. You say there are also medical benefits.
Yeah, there are plenty of medical benefits. It's really rather exciting. I think many physicians now are excited excuse me, about the benefits, particularly in the field of hypertension. Blood pressures are lower, and we know that it's a major risk factor for hypertension, for heart disease and for stroke. So we're all rather excited about it.
Is it better, or does it matter if one meditates alone or with a group?
Well, it's great to meditate twice a day regularly, and most people do that alone, but the effect on the environment and the effect on the individual is even better meditating in a group. So there are larger groups practicing the TM technique in different areas around the country. This is a technique that's really for anyone in business, out of business. Just twice a day, taking the time to perform the TM technique is really worthwhile for one's health.
I honestly could not agree with them more.
For what it's worth.
Arjuna Martlin, Gary Kaplan, Phil Roosevelt, thank you all.